Hello guys, good night. I think it's night on my side. Today I want to show you guys how to use external icons on your Kivy application, be it Kivymd, Kivymd or Kivy. So it's all about using your TTF file, the icons in your TTF file. I think so. Let me show you an example of what I'm saying. So let me just open up my file manager and let's get us going. So I'm going to go to my document. Am I right? Draft.ttf. Do I have any .ttf here? Yeah, I think I do. There is one that I downloaded recently. Can't remember where it is, but this should be an example. So as you can see, this is an icon inside it. So in Kivymd, you have list of TTF icons. You have list of icons in the TTF file. Let me show you for you to know how this icon stuff works, because if you understand the basics of how icon works in Kivymd, then you could understand how you could use your own custom built icons, the ones you built for your companies or the ones you built for yourself. Let me open up the Kivymd project. Yeah, I downloaded it from GitHub, so it should be somewhere fonts. Yep. So this is the icon, material design. So this is all the icon Kivymd uses. It should be more than this actually. So we're going to talk in a straight way how these icons work, how they relate, as in how it is being coded, how you put it in your code. I don't know how to put this word, how you use it in your code. So the way Kivymd is structured. Yes, if I continue, let me quickly open up something. So I want to open up my downloads, and because I downloaded some TTF icon, and I want to show you guys some icons in it. Yeah, this one. So these are some few icons which is not inside Kivymd at all. I think these icons are looking sleeky and nice. I love it. I'm going to use this icon on my application right now, the current application I'm building. Some new icons here. They look more curvy. Kivymd icons are a little bit like they are so thick and unnatural. I don't know how to put that word, but I don't really like Kivymd icons. Though I use them a lot, but most of the icons there I don't like it, and to the extent that it has made me to look for a way to use external icons, and I found one online. So I'm going to close this out and just go straight to your Google and type Kivy Garden Gallery. Yep, this. Someone has already made work easier for us to be able to use external icons. So this is the guy. I think I did this on my library. I wrote this code on my library. I use this code. Icon fonts. This is stuff we're looking for here. So I think it's going to take us to GitHub, and first off, these icons are not from Kivymd. They are from TTF file that exists. Yeah, this is TTF file. So I don't know whether you can view a TTF file in GitHub. I don't know. ViewRaw. I think is going to. I don't really know. This is crazy. I know it's going to download. So I just wanted to check it out. And the way to use it is down here. But mind you, this code is kind of like a little bit outdated. You have to make some changes in it. It has been how many years now? 6 no, okay, let's just call it 5 years, no, 4 years since the developer touched it. So 2020 minus 4 should give you 16, which is 2017. That was the last time this code was touched. Yeah, I think it's going to be lacking some things we have to do ourselves. But don't worry, I've already configured, as in reshaped the code itself to suit what we need on my own end. I think I have this library, but I'm going to re-download it. So go straight ahead, download. I'm downloading it, and also I want to clone it too. Yeah, I love having the source code in a raw file and also having it in a cloned mode. Yeah, I don't know why I do that a lot, but please forgive me. That is what I do every day. Mind you, I formatted my system. It might look like I have this code before. Yeah, I did, but it's gone. Everything is gone. Why am I even talking about it? But yeah, I need to talk about something. So I'm gonna say git clone. Ctrl Shift V, cloning it, blah blah blah. So wait for this to finish. I want to run this code and I want to show you guys something cool. I found something interesting in this code actually. Am I having a slow network or something? I don't think I'm having a slow network. I don't know why GitHub is sometimes, I think it is done. Yeah. So I'm going to seed into this. Yeah. You can also install this with Kivy Garden. Kivy Garden. Garden install. How do we install Garden stuff? Please let's Google that. You know, everything is all about Googling it. Yeah, I'm going to close some things here. Okay. I'm gonna say Kivy Garden. Yeah, let's see how we install stuffs. Did I show how to install it here? No, didn't show it. Pipe install, Garden install, icon fonts. Let's check that. I think it should work. Garden. Which version of Garden is this? Let's check. Python version words 3.8. No, I want it to be on 3.7. Jesus Christ. Yes, space object has no attributes. I don't know what this shit is. I want to install it on my Python 3.7 minus pipe install. No, minus Garden. No module name Garden blah blah blah. It's a package and cannot be directly executed. So there is no way except I'm going to uninstall Kivy for version 3.8. I love 3.7 a lot. So I'm going to skip that part. Yeah, I'm going to skip that part. But you already know the way Garden install. I think let me just write out Garden install icon font. Yep. Yeah, I think it's unable to find Garden icon. I think SS should be in the icon font. Am I right? Yeah, S should be there. I love music a lot, so I think it's trying to download it. Yes, it has done downloading, but I'm not going to use it from the Garden version. Actually, I'm going to use the downloaded one and just copy the code straight to my project. That is what I'm going to do. Now, before we do anything quickly, let's check Kivymd fonts and how they work, so that we can have at least a little knowledge on how these things work. First off, this A crazy project. Yeah, I promised I'm going to run this. What's wrong with my brain? So let's test the py. I think so. um, Python 3.7. Oh god, I can't see this night actually. I spoilt my bulb. I don't know why I'm using my phone touch to see myself. It's crazy. Name unique character is not defined. This is, yeah, I told you guys there is lots of errors in this. I think I'm going to edit this. And no, I'm not going to use that. Let me open this with Visual Studio Code. Tourist. The PY. Yeah. I love Nano, but it's quick. But I want something that can take me to the next level. Something that can show me, as if I want to see where the definition of some stuffs are, I can quickly see it. So line words, sir. Test icon, Windows test, the test of PY line 25. That is where our error is. There's this thing we have to is import Unicar. Is that done? I don't really know. This is kind of becoming fun. The last time I checked on this code was on last year. That was November. Yeah. No, that is not. That is November. I think so. My Python is seriously hanging. Okay guys, I'm going to pause this video and get back to you guys soon so that I don't make it long. Okay guys, after some series of fights and Jesus Christ, you know it's been long since I last wrote this code. I mean, since I last used it, not wrote it, because I wasn't the one that wrote it actually. So we have to make a change in the init file. First of all, if you go inside the garden.icon font, advice, please don't install it with Kivy Garden. Don't. It's a bad idea because there are a lot of changes which you need to do. So what I'll do first is say, excuse me. First of all, say ls. See, the file we are running is not icon font, but we're running the init file. So we have to make some changes in it. And yeah, I think that should be here. Yep. Yeah, we have to remove that dot, then Ctrl X. This should work. Now it should give us the list of icons inside the TTF. Yeah, so this is the application. You see that thing turning? It's just so cool. I so much love it. So these are a bunch of buttons with icons in it. Kivy alone, no Kivymd. I'll still show you how to use that in Kivymd. But before we talk about anything icon, I told you guys we're going to check out how the icons on Kivymd works. So let me close this out and go back to my Python. So now I'll do myself a favor by, actually there is a way I navigate my way on Python. Let's say this is the project I'm working on, right? Open up, just open up please. Thank you. All I have to do is go to Kivymd, anywhere I see Kivymd or anything related to Kivymd, and hit Ctrl B. It will take me to this. This is what I'm looking for, right? So from here I can navigate my way through the Kivymd directory structure, their library on the PyPy, that is the place pipe installed it on. So I can actually look through the code. You can't edit it except you're running this as a root user. If you're not running it as a root user, you can't edit it. So the only way you can edit it is as a root user. So I'm going to go inside the UIX, then go to label. Okay. As you can see, let me just try to edit. It's not working. On Windows, I don't know how that works, but on Linux or Mac, I think you should have the root access for that. So let's skip down to the main place where MD icon was defined in Python first before moving. So this is where MD icon is defined. The class is defined here. Now check this out. It is inheriting from MD label, which is so super cool because MD label is inheriting from one super cool quality, which is the label. This gives us to the access of the Unicode character of whatever thing. I don't know how to call that, but you can actually use a file name. How do I put that file name? Font file name, I think so. Font name. In that font name, you can change your font style. Yeah. Any font style you want, you can change the current Roboto font, roboto.ttf file that Kivy gives you, and use the font you want. So here, since we have direct access to this label, it's going to be really easy for us to do any shit we want to do. I'm sorry for using that word, but I love using it a lot. Okay, now look at the way it works. Here you're going to specify an icon. Mind you, in label or MD label, Kivymd and Kivy accept text argument. That is the property you have to give the label, the text on, is the text property. Let's see how this thing works quickly by moving straight to the Kivy code. So this is the label. Yeah, this is MD label. Now this MD icon. Look at the magic. Look at where the magic is. This place. So whenever you type in something, it's going to check whatever you typed in if it exists in the icon module. Icon module, which that is the MD icons, is a variable containing a dictionary, right? So it is kind of like containing these icon definitions. If you're not understanding most of the things I'm saying, just don't worry, just try to capture what I'm trying to do. I don't really know how else to explain this so deep. So when you click these icon definitions, right, now you're going to see these MD icons. This is what was imported in the code. Going back here, up here you see import MD icons from kivymd.icons definitions MD icons, right? So when you type something like, let me hit up something, let me run a code here. Let me run the Kivymd Demo app. Yeah, I really have everything. Like, I don't like having everything in my head at once, so I keep a data structure of where I can go and get back some things I don't know. And mostly in my country, I don't have constant data, and we don't have constant electricity, so you have to work offline most of the time, not googling all the time. So, oh god, I can't even see my keyboard very well. Too much light. Like on 3.7. main.py. Yeah, sorry for slow typing and all that. Yeah, I think Kivymd needs some work. That is because what I'm seeing here, let me run this code. It's taking time on the startup, a little bit time, a little, though it's improving, but Kivymd is taking a lot of time. I'll still show you guys what I'm talking about on another video explaining some Kivy tricks or Kivymd tricks or Kivymd tricks, but for now we're talking about icons. Now let's go to these icons, right? Now, whatever icon you type in MD icon is what will appear on the icons. Are like this, all these here is an icon, right? A/B testing. When you go to A/B testings, owns this A over B, that is A divided by B. When you go to MD icon definition, as you can see, A/B testing, this is a Unicode, right? This Unicode exists in a TTF file. Sorry, it should be in font. Material design. So it exists inside this material design icon. Yeah, I don't know how Kivymd extracted that out. I don't really know how they did that, but it should be something material. No, icon definitions. Well, I cannot remember. Thank you. So it's going to check that, and it gets the key, check if it exists. Say for example, did I give you any example code here? There should be an example code, please. I want to start writing from scratch. You know what? I think we're going to start writing from scratch. Control F and the icon. Yeah, it's a little bit crazy. Let's do this. I'm going to create a new scratch file, right? Sorry, new scratch file, Python. Thank you. Control V, then untap these guys. Let me run this code and see what it is talking about. Test is not defined. Sorry, didn't have that. Oh God, this is horrible. I think I'm going to do a simple code myself. So I'm going to say from Kivymd the app import MD app then from Kivymd the UIX the label for MD icon, right? From no, sorry, Jesus Christ, class MD app. So I'm gonna say something like dev build. Just keep completing that for me, please. Thank you. Return. Jesus Christ, this is horrible. Horrible. Sorry guys, I'm going to buy a lantern for my room, a bulb sometime. From Kivy, from Kivy. The Lang. Is it Lang? Are you too? I confuse myself a lot with that builder. Right? So I'll say builder. The lo-fi. No, we're not using builder, motherfucker. Oh God, MD icon. You just move it straight and then say icon equals Android, right? So I'm just going to show us a little example of what I'm trying to do and say MD this the run. So oh god, forgot I fucked up brackets. So as you can see, we are having an Android here, and this Android has a Unicode of whatever thing, control for Android, right? Has this Unicode, and this Unicode exists on this guy here. To be frank, I still don't know how Kivymd generated this guy, but there's a way we're going to generate it with the icon font we have on the library we just downloaded. So it's going to be quite Kivymd media is easy, but that's going to look a little bit different. Yeah. So let's go back to this guy to fully understand something here. Now check this. I think you means, I don't know. So we'll be clear, I don't know, but I know it deals with something of Unicode, but I don't know the full meaning of that thing. The format md icon self.icon, which means look for whatever the user typed in and check if it has a value. That is, if it has a key, I mean if the key exists in the dictionary, md icon, that is if it exists in one of these. So if it does, put it there, right? Gets me the value. But if self.icon in md icon, that is if it exists in md icon, else you should just leave it empty. Imagine we put androids in here. Where's my scratch file? I don't know why. Okay, thank you. Android XSS. Let me run this code. It's plain white. It's totally plain white. We are not seeing anything, right? So that is what happens when you give something that does not exist in ATTF file. So yeah, maybe. Okay, I don't know if you guys really get what I'm trying to picture out here, but whatever you're going to type out is what is going to exist in that file, right? It's the same thing with the icon we're trying to build. So you don't just give any random name. You must make sure that that name exists in that file. If the name doesn't exist, it's not going to work. And if the Unicode you're giving doesn't exist, it's still not going to work. But somehow life has been made easier for us, somehow. Now let's go to this code and see the way it really works. Is this my code? Not really my code. Thank you. Let me close this guy. Thank you. Now it says okay, look at how the code works here. Remember, we have a bunch of buttons, right? And this button is inheriting from label too. I think so. The Kivy button inherits from label. Let's check if that is true. Where's my label here? So I'll go ahead and look for Kivy UIX user experience. Then look for button. Thank you. This is my button, right? Let's check if it's, yeah, it inherits from label. So whatever text you see appear on a label is on a button is being done by the label. It inherits direct from label, so you can modify the label as you want, as just like a normal label. You can do a markup on it, like underline it, italics, bold, whatever thing you want, you can. So it inherits from a label, from what we're seeing here. Button markup equals true. And mind you, before you use this file, you have to set markup to true, because whatever we're doing, just like in Kivymd, where is the Kivymd button? Not button, sorry, label. They set markup to true. They should. I don't know, maybe markup was set to true somewhere. I can't remember. But whatever, you still have to set the markup to true no matter what. So, but let me just stop referring to that. It's confusing the whole work here. So markup true, %s, %. Hope you guys know what percent is. %s, I think is variable, blah blah blah. I'm gonna look that up. So I'm gonna say, what is? Python. Minor is something variable. This variable replacing. I'm using the F string. String formatting. Thank you very much. I love you so much. I love you so much. Format a string. It's just the same thing as the F string. I use the F string a lot now. So now be very careful. Look into this code very well. Are you seeing this line? You have to import this code in your Kivy language, not on the Python language. If you import it on the Python language, this is unless you register it. If you don't register it, it's not going to see it actually. You have to register it before it sees anything you are trying to do. Import icon font.icon markup true. %s icon comment. Now let's check something. I'm going to open a new tab here. Say ls. But first of all, let's go back to GitHub and see what is being said. Usage. Once you have a font D file, see below. For your TTF icon fonts generated, you can use it like this in your main.py. Register your font. First of all, you have to register your font. Before you register your font, you have to create this font D. It's the file extension that this library understands. I think so. For you to be able to generate that font D, you have to have a CSS with it, with the icon. So I have this library, this awesome, what is it called? Oh god. Home apps. Yeah, Icon Moon is where I get series of icons. You can install it from Chrome Market Store. Is it Chrome extension? Oh god. Things are going crazy for me these days. So these are some icons I have in Chrome Store. Let's say for example I want to use these icons, right? Let me stop at this. Let me move this little guy up. I've selected that. Now is either you generate SVG or more, or you go straight for the fonts. We are going straight for the fonts, right? Now as you can see, automatically generated a Unicode or whatever it is under the hood. I don't know how they do that. So next you have to click the download button. When you click the download button, you just look for where you put it. I'm putting it on my document. This guy is too big. Way too big. Yeah, this should be okay. And boom. So where are we? Icon. So here's the file. Simply have to open it. Now we have style.css. I don't think this is what we're looking for. What we're looking for is inside here, the TTF file, right? That is the main motherfucker we are looking for, the TTF file. Then you can now copy the style.css if you want, What's in the demo file? Demo.css. No, we're not dealing with that. We're only dealing with style.css and icon.utf. Now let's generate. Let's extract the file first, right? I'm going to create a new folder and name that icon. Now I'm going to extract that and I'm going to share the files. Guys, opening too many widgets. Okay, so now here we have style.css and icon.moon.ttf. I'm going to do myself a favor by copying these to my project or wherever it is, or I can simply leave it here. Now let's see what this guy said here. Icon font that create font dict file, font dictionary file, blah blah blah. This is going to create a dictionary file containing the name and the Unicode. Am I really correct? I don't know, but yeah, it's been long since I last used this. I'm just trying to catch up with my brain, and I'm feeling sleepy right now, and it's night. But I gotta finish this before I move anywhere. Oh, let me cut something. Is icon fonts? Icon fonts, yeah. So what are we looking for? We're looking for the register. Now you have to register the name of the file. No, not the name of the name of the icon you wanted. Any name you want, you can give it, but I'm giving it icon moon, the TTF file name, and the font name. No, not the register. Sorry, the create font dictionary. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with my brain? Sleep. I need to sleep actually. So create font dictionaries files, CSS file name, and output file name. This is actually the CSS file name. The CSS is only what we need, and make sure that the TTF file is on the same directory with the CSS file. They should be on the same directory. So what we should do is this. We have to really copy that. Ctrl C. So I'm going to garden here. I'm just gonna create a new folder and name it icon moon. And bank. Put it there. Where is the other guy? This guy. And bank. So let's register, right? You can do this direct from Python 3.7, right? So I can say import icon font. I can say from icon font is that the real actual name? Icon font. Yes. Import this guy. Let me just copy everything. Love. So fucking lazy right now. Then we're going to change this guy to icon moon, and change this guy to sorry, icon moon style. Is this style? Yeah, just style or CSS. And Jesus Christ, what is wrong with my brain? Guys, I need sleep. Let me just cut this out. Control Shift C, then backspace that. Yeah, then we're going to say something like fact date and put this guy there. No such file directory. Sorry, it exists in iCommon, right? iCommon. Oh god. If I don't finish this tutorial this night, I'm not going to do it again. It's simple. Yeah, generated. So look carefully. I don't know why it is printing it out on the screen. Did I tell it to print it out? Is there a place where it was told, hey, print this out? Let's see. Icon files. This is the same directory structure on my normal computer. I just want to check it from here on GitHub. Did they say print create from dictionary with example pass the order right? Just guys, return race. Yeah, return race, which means we are on, what is it called, interpreter, so I think it should print it. As you can see, it's created icon home 59648 blah blah blah, whatever that thing means. Yeah, up till this level. Jesus Christ, this is way more insane. So it's just going to create a dictionary of this. It's just like what Kivymd had. The name, the Unicode. And I don't think this is a Unicode. I think this is a way of identifying icons by this guy. I don't know. But it points to something, right? Now here we see a new file. See the file here, iCommon the font D. So we have generated the font D. This is the way you generate the font D, either from your interpreter. You can even do it straight in your code. You can like, generate the code while running the app and generate the font D while running the app and call it. You just know how you handle that. Since you know how to code in Python, you should know that. Let's open this and see that everything here, I see the same thing, icon home, so it's the same thing we saw on the terminal. Now what next? What next is that we're going to exit out of this guy and let's make some little changes here. Let me run this code again. Python 3.7 in the pi. Now we're going to change this comment stuff to use. We're going to make it to use the file we generated, but before we make it, we have to register it. If we don't register it, we have to register it with this application. If we don't do, it's not going to work. And how do we do that? We're not going to separate the code from the main app. We're going to register it with the main code app. Like, you don't run it on an interpreter just like that. You have to do it here. So since I have this guy still open, now let's look for where this thing was registered. Default font. Yeah, he named this default font. Do I really care about what default font is? Jeez, I'm getting a little bit high and confused here, boys. Okay, default font is whatever name you now give it. Yeah, I understand. Well, I'll make you guys to understand too. So on the register, right, the name is not really font name identifier, TTF file name part, blah blah blah. font name secret, blah blah blah. This is insane. Do you know I have really forgotten how to use this thing? It's insane. Font name identifier. Yeah. What if I want to use it? Thank you. I've seen what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is down here. I know you guys are confused right now because my head is confused. What? Let's go ahead and register. Stop. Casey, stop putting your people, like people who are watching this thing, data with you. How many minutes is this? This is 45. I know it will be so long and hectic because it's not so easy. Setting this up was not very easy for me though. So since this one is already registered, let us register another one. I prefer opening this on my PyCharm and coding it there. Contracts, please. To be frank, I don't really know how to use that thing very well. So I think we're looking for the init WY. Thank you. So let me run this code here and see if we are getting the same results. Yeah, we're getting the same results. So we're going to register another one, right? Register. And we're going to call this one icon moon. Mind you, when you use default, when you say register default font, let me get this one down so that you guys will understand what I'm saying. Then what's the name of the icon? Remember, it is here, icon moon slash, what's the name of the icon? iconmoon.ttf. .ttf. Then what's the font name? The font name should be iconmoon, right? iconmoon.font. Thank you. So I'm going to say iconmoon. Font. No, Jesus Christ, iconmoon. That font. Let me run this and make sure this thing registers correctly without crashing. Yeah, it did. No crash. So now we can now use this code. How do we use it? This is a very big question, very huge question. I can come here and I'm going to change this comment to icon home, as we have here. Is it here? Should be here, icon home, this guy. So let me just copy this one, only this thing. Sorry, Ctrl+Shift+C, and get back to this guy and just change this guy to this, and then I'm going to put a comma here and say that should be the size, right? Then we are talking about this icon here because that is what we imported. Remember, we imported icon from iconfonts.icon, right? We're now using the icon here. %s% means whatever we get, whatever this function executes, whatever the final result is, put it here. That is what it is saying. So I remember markup is true, right? I don't need to actually go deep in how all these things work. Color, none, font name equals, okay. So I'm going to say something like I'm gonna come here. I think this one should be size. The next parameter should be color, but we're not dealing with color, so you have to specify font name. Of course, is it font name? Yeah, I'll call that icon. Yeah, sorry, this is not for you. Ctrl X. Thank you. Let me run this code again. Hope it doesn't crash. Yeah, we have our home, bro. So this is where you use external icons that doesn't exist on Kivymd. Yeah, this is where you use icons actually, because actually icons and normal text are the same thing. They are still fonts, right? You just have to like know how to name them. And that's all. Icons are being named by normal Unicode, blah blah blah, whatever it is. But normal text, you kind of like use your A, B, C, D to name them. So under the hood, but if you put color here, just like this guy did down here, he changed the color to red, so you can still change the color here to red. Am I correct? Let me call it green, right? Green is 00 RGB FF 00. This should make green. I think so. Yeah. So this is what we're talking about, guys. You can increase the size. Let's call this 70. You're fucking huge. And mind if you make a mistake, see what will happen. I think it's going to crash. So you have to put back, you have to name it the way Kivymd. On Kivymd it won't crash, but on this one it will crash because they actually need the icon. But if you don't want it to crash, I think there is a tweak. Where is the tweak? I don't think there is a tweak, guys, because the function itself is really going to crash. Oh god, my ear is crushing me. That's a little example, guys. Oh god, I didn't get to do the rotation. I didn't get to explain to you guys how that thing works, but it uses the rotate. This, if you already know how rotation works, you should know that. But I'm still going to touch that later, and I'll still show you guys how to manipulate normal other icons. So have fun with this video, and I know it was a lot trying to explain this, and my eyes are really late on. It's already night and late. I can't wait to sleep. So see you guys on next video. Maybe I'll improve more on how I teach. Seriously, this is first time starting up to teach, right?